to Noosphere Business. My name is Ronald Hughes. This is the training channel of a company called Contact Ignition in South Dublin, Ireland. So welcome aboard today. Today's subject is we're going to talk about pain and pleasure. They say people avoid pain, they seek pleasure, and they do what's easiest. And when it comes to selling, the fact that all human beings are evolving towards a position of trying to make their life better, it's really important for you to understand the effect of having someone in pain. Customers are coming to you to get rid of a pain. In fact, the job of a salesperson is to reduce or remove someone's pain, and that our products or services should be reducing or removing that pain. Yet, salespeople are in fact difficult to deal with for most people because culturally salespeople are often very different. They're often very much about themselves and about making things for themselves, about doing things for themselves. And they're not altruistic at all in their approach to customers. Whereas customers are seeking someone to come help them to avoid pain. So it's important that you structure yourself as a salesperson and you focus your attention on removing the customer's pain. And that includes the things that you do that can bring them pain. Salespeople need to question and clarify the whole way through that their presentation is comfortable for the customer, that the way that they're talking to them is customer friendly. You need to ask if it's okay to answer those questions in some ways. You have to be very careful though. A lot of salespeople have the tendency to ask things like, is it okay to ask a few questions? Well, that's crazy because the person is there, you're there, you both know what the intention is, and asking to ask questions is stupid. So what you have to do is tell people what you'd like to do. And what you have to do is gauge their reaction to what you're telling them. You have to find out whether or not that's of interest to them. You have to maybe ask them. Say, what I'd like to do is ask you a few questions about your organization, and then I'll show you exactly what I can do. How does that sound to you? Now that should be a lot more palatable for most people. Asking about themselves. I need to ask you a few pieces of personal information. But look, if I need to ask you personal information during the middle of this presentation, what I'll do is I'll buffer that. In other words, I'll tell you at the back end of it that, look, those are the only pieces of personal information I have to have. What I'm going to do is I'm going to write them down, but I won't talk to anybody about them. It's totally confidential. That's buffering or conditioning the question and expressing that you're not going to do anything that's contrary to them. People avoid pain. They seek pleasure. And what we have to do is understand that something is pleasurable for someone. We don't all find the same things motivating. So, and then finally, the last thing that's important is understanding that doing things the easiest way is innate. It's part of what we are as human beings. And if you can position yourself to be easier to work with than your competitors, what you'll find is more people will come back to you over and over and over again. My name is Ronald Hughes. The company here is called Contact Ignition. The channel is Noosphere Business. Please rate and comment on this video. I like to hear what other salespeople have to say. And even if you're new, if you're old to the business, let me know what your thoughts are. We're located in Dublin, Ireland, and if you need further help from a training company or working with your staff,